Hi guys. Right, today it's time to give the losi a bit of love after its last bashing session. I've got a few little niggles with it and a few things broke on it, so we need to fix them. This is my number one basher at the minute because I've only just got back into messing about with the RCs, and this is my weapon of choice at the minute. It's going to be an Arma Notorious that I get. Obviously we've just got the V4 Creighton for Brad, that was for his birthday, and to get up to something along the same lines as what Brad's got, I would like the Notorious 6S, but for now I've got to manage with this. My funds will not stretch to a Notorious at the minute, so let's get into it. Right, we're going to fix some damage here. The old losi got a bit banged up after its last outing. I've got some new shock bolts. I've got a new shock tower to put on from Pro RC. It's a carbon shock tower. I'm going to replace the shock tower because this one's bent. Being metal, I guess I can straighten it back out, but for now I've got this shock tower. I'm just going to put that one on and try that one. See, we cleanly snap that off there. Like I said, nothing wrong with this shock tower. It's metal and it's bent. I can straighten it obviously, but I've got the carbon fibre one, so I'm just going to use that. Right, and that's that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. What I've noticed in here is, in this shocker on this side, I've got a little sleeve, and on this side I don't. Nothing's fallen out, so it looks like I don't have that. Let's see if I can find anything else. Right, in my box of goodies I found one. I was just about to resort to a good old favourite, but got away with it. We didn't do much damage to this, did we? I mean, it's barely worth doing this, but got some work to do with the Thundertiger, so I thought I'd just fix this one on camera. I think all I did really was the washer, the wing pulled off, and I lost the clips, so managed to find some new clips. Fantastic way of holding a wing on. Another annoying thing on this car, the aerial keeps on pulling out. That does not want to go in there at all. And that's the aerial fixed. Obviously Had to drill this out a little bit. It just kept falling out all the time, and little things like that can get annoying with these cars if you're constantly having to push things back in, and you may as well just get in there and get it fixed so it doesn't cause you any more trouble. So that's that now, and I've extended it as well, so might even get a bit more range out of it. The motor was getting quite hot as well, so I want to get a fan for it. I've got a couple of these, but obviously they're a bit smaller than what I need. I don't know where these came from actually, but I have got them. If I can make a bracket up or something, that'll work. But I can't really be bothered, to be fair. I'd rather just get a fan that fits straight on. But for now, I think, to be honest, apart from gluing one of the tyres back on, she's good to go again. So I need to get on to the Thundertiger. Deep joy. And I'm back to using my phone now as well. The GoPro Hero 7 has had to be returned. Although the thing is absolutely fantastic. I was having so many issues with it. It was freezing. The battery, just switch it on from 100% and it was at 97. I did 1 8-minute video, the battery was at 36%. I can't use stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's just no good for me. So yeah, the GoPro Hero 7's had to go back. I'm back to using my phone. I'll have a look at the next GoPro Hero 8. I mean, having a look around on the forums, GoPro forums, things like that, there's other people out there having exactly the same sort of problems. So although they did offer me an exchange and I could have got another one, you know, I'm just going to wait for the next one. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. You know, if I'm out for the day, and you know, what was that battery lasting me? 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and the shopper's saying, oh, it should be 50 minutes, even 50 minutes. You know, that's at 1080. That's not even at 4K. It's just not good enough. You know, you're gonna have to sort that out. So yeah, back to one-handed, back to using my phone until something better comes along. Thundertiger, you know what? This thing is really hacking me off. Ever since, you know, I've had it quite a few years now. I've never had it running properly. As you can see from the last time I used it, if I saw the last video, it was quite rich on the bottom end. So I leaned it off a bit on the bottom end, and then it's just trying to run off on its own. You know, just the revs are picking up and it's just wanting to scream off on its own. I mean, if anyone knows, you know, I could probably do with having someone else set it up, to be honest, but I mean, I've set many nitros up before and they've never been as much of a pain as this one. I'm just wondering if, see, all these are leaking, right? It's been stood around for a long time, this thing, and I've got it back running again. Didn't really check any of this, although I have changed a few of the tie clips because they were leaking. Now that looks like it's still leaking, so I don't know if the rubber's probably just not sealing on the little connections, and it's drawing air in maybe, which is making it pick its revs up and leaning it out, so it just runs off. So that's the sort of thing I'm thinking, because it was running rich, although it's getting really hot. I just don't know. I just don't know, and you know what? I hate working on it. I hate working on it. If I was getting some fun out of it, I wouldn't mind so much, but I'm not. All I'm doing is working on it, and it's just peeing me off. So I don't really want to do anything to it, but I've got some new hose. It's a bit bright. I didn't think it was that bright, to be fair. This camera makes it look a bit worse than it is. It's actually like an orange. I thought I'd chosen this similar colour to some of the decals on the truck. On there, it looks looks pretty bright, but I'm going to change it out for that. Now, I don't know if I've got any of these focus then. I don't know if I've got any of these tie clips the same size. I think I might use some bigger ones. So I'm going to change focus. What's going on here? So I'm going to change them out all the way through. I don't need to do that on camera. It's quite simple. All I'm going to do is replace this hose for this hose all the way through, and I'll probably get it started up, to be fair, and see if I'm still getting any leaks. If it's still leaking, then, well, I mean, I don't know, but hopefully I might be able to get some use out of it, and then I won't mind working on it. You can see where it's leaking. It's just absolutely, it's everywhere. It's got nitro everywhere. So I'll change this out, and then we'll come back, see where we are. Right, I've just taken the first little bit of hose off here, and you probably can't tell on the camera, but it's really stiff. I mean, I can't really see. The tie wraps are on there pretty tight, so I can't see why it would leak, but it's really sort of stiffened up. When I compare it to the new hose, where it's really nice and soft and flexible. So I'm hoping after changing these out I get some better results. So I'll crack on and I'll come back. It's going to turn to a full strip down this by the time I've finished, but to get the thing cleaned up again, you know, the tanks have had to come out, I'm afraid. Right, we'll carry on. Right, there we go. All done, all new lines. However, the only tie clips I've got are these, which I think are too big. And what's happened when I put these on and tighten them up, I don't think it's going to seal off at the very top because they're just too big. So if it leaks, I'm going to have to just go and get some smaller ones. I haven't got any. That never had one on from the factory, that one. And these, there's not enough room to put one of the bigger ones on, so I'm going to put one of the smaller ones on. I will go out and get some of those, and I will swap these for the smaller ones. So all I want to see, I'm just going to put some fuel in it, see if they leak. I mean, if they leak, that's my fault this time because of the tie wraps I've used. So I will go out tomorrow and I'll get some smaller tie wraps, and we'll go from there. So I'll just put some fuel in it. There we go, got a bit of fuel in it. Oh, there we go. I think I've got fuel through. Yep, I've got fuel all the way through to the carb. So I'll probably change these bigger tie wraps anyway, to be honest. They're not too pleasing on the eye. Plus I need to get some for these anyway. And I'd like to put one round this one, even though it didn't have one from the factory. I'm still going to put one round. So yeah, next thing, let's see if it runs. Alright, garage doors open. Starts, I mean, that's one thing, I suppose. I mean, before I changed all these fuel lines, last time I took it out, it didn't start at all. And I've left it exactly the same settings and it just started, so I guess that tells me I've done something right. Turn that slightly. Right, so I've not really left it to idle for all that long. And it's in my garage, it's a bit loud, a bit smoky, so I think I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. I've got absolutely no leaks whatsoever. It started on the same settings that it wouldn't start on while I was out. So I think I'm quite happy with that, actually. I think I'm ready to get it out now and have a go with the settings again on it. So I'll get some smaller tie wraps. This new fuel line seems to have done the job. We'll see where we go. So if you like these videos, guys, please subscribe. Like I said, at some point I should be getting a Armour Notorious as soon as the funds allow. Hopefully I can get this thing out and get it running, have some fun with it finally. Yeah, so please subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.